It's currently 10:18 p.m. I'm currently editing the April 30 My Dinner video on Camtasia Studio 2019. After I uploaded the April 29 My Dinner video to my YouTube channel, "3 hours and 50 minutes ago, after I edited that video in Camtasia Studio 2019, during the evening hours, I recall waking up for the last time today at 11 in the morning, roughly. Though I didn't really get up until about 12:30 p.m. I woke up naturally when I woke up around 11 in the morning after falling back asleep. Shortly after being woken up by the alarm I set for 10 in the morning. I set that alarm on my laptop through the usual third-party website I always use. The alarm always wakes me up at the time I set, pretty much. As long as I don't have too much sleep debt. Around 12:45, p.m. I had with my first cup of plain coffee for today. A sort of presumably raspberry cheesecake Danish. my dad got the other day from the Salty Bread Pizza Cafe. One of their 2 locations I assume it was the one farther away from us. From 12:45 p.m. 2:30 p.m. I had 2 full cups of plain coffee. And a partial 3rd cup that was about 1/4 of a cup. Then around 4:15 p.m. I had one of the leftover Whoppers. From a family bundle coupon deal my dad used the other day. I had one of the leftover Whoppers from that deal, like I'm having right now, with the remaining leftover fries from that same family bundle coupon deal. And a glass of whole milk, like I'm having right now, though at that time I used a different plastic glass from the one I'm using currently. Around 8 p.m. I went on Arsenal Online on Kongregate so I could finish grinding my profile to level 50 and thus be able to prestige it and earn the hard badge, which only took me 15 minutes max. After I fixed what was wrong with the connectivity to the API issues by shutting down my laptop and then turning it back on. And using the restore pages function on Microsoft Edge. That was also how I got today's badge of the day, though I already had that badge. It's just that prior to me shutting down and turning my laptop back on, that game also had API connectivity issues. And that game too was resolved with the shutdown and turn back on. I turned my laptop back on after waiting a few minutes after I shut my laptop down. Here's where I am currently on the Moogle polystyrene drawing. I recall working on this section first during the first hour of today, before I went to bed today around 3 in the morning. It was when I fell asleep. I decided to go to bed around 2 in the morning. But didn't really make serious efforts to fall asleep until about a half an hour later in bed. And then I recall finishing this section during the early to mid-afternoon hours. And I recall touching up this section to fill in air holes. Here's where I am currently on Oceania. Here's where I am in terms of clearing out the ancient city. And I recall finishing the clay pit upgrade during the early night hours. Here's where I am currently on Elvenar. I'm very grateful that ultimately I was able to complete all the task sets for this episodic event. There were points in which I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm glad that in the end I did manage it.